The subject matters are around us. I could take your life story and then imagine it. And similarly, you take a broad blueprint of a story like Fauda. There is that danger, of course it is. But you play with that danger.
Yeah.
And
discussed so many names for this part, I remember. And suddenly one day we were on a Zoom call. I said, why not we think of this actor called Man of God? Then we started Man of Which. We started searching.
it's not as if we don't argue,
Yeah.
right? So even that argument is good, no?
Yes.
So that you're arguing for the piece, no? For the work.
Hello everyone, welcome to Instant Bollywood. This is Aina and today I'm chatting with the brain behind Tanaav. Welcome, so nice to have you Sameer sir, Sudhir sir, Enivas and Mukesh sir. So nice to have you all today. I want to start off by asking that we have actually seen so many stories around Kashmir because it's a topic that everyone wants to tell it in their own way. What sets Tanaav apart from the other Kashmir stories?
Well, actually, Tanaav is an adaptation of the Israeli show Fauda. When we saw Fauda, straight away we thought that this is a story that could be reimagined in Kashmir. Obviously, the story is totally distinct and different because Fauda is about Israel and Palestine, and it is, that kind of, it's a two-nation, two-religion kind of thing. And we decided to make it in Kashmir because it is still the story of land, but it is all internal. It's an internal story. And that's why, the word Fauda means chaos, but the Sony team came up with the name Tanaav because it's not chaos, it is tension. And I think that's what we were looking to do. And we thought that setting the story in Kashmir as an internal story helps us in really setting this up distinctly from Fauda. So when you see the show and when you actually see the way we've done it, you realize there are lots of small, little differences to it, which Sudhir, the rest of the team, everyone has spent a lot of time, sort of embroidering that detail.
Yeah.
Like, we are not two nations. It is not religion versus religion.
Right.
It's nothing like that. It's a story. It's STG versus others.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
But like you said that you all have reimagined this, I feel that's more challenging because you're interacting with another mind. You have already seen and visualized something, and then to do it again and not get, influenced by what you've seen. How is that?
That is the challenge, and I'm sure Sudhir will have
That's
something
what
to
we
say.
get paid for. No, it's interesting. You take another mind, you interact with it. You take reality, you interact with it. There's no such thing as absolutely original. The subject matters are around us. I could take your life story and then imagine it. And similarly, you take a broad blueprint of a story like Fauda and then you reimagine it in India. And when you reimagine it in India, then you put it in Kashmir and then you put it in the main character's name slowly changes. You say about a guy, name him Kabir Farooqi. Then it becomes not Hindu versus Muslim. Right. So you start thinking like that and then stories suggest them. You keep working. And you come to Kashmir and Kashmir also, and if you know the stories of Kashmir and if you know your own country, then how it works is, in hindsight you can bullshit a lot, but it's a part of a craft which you hone, and slowly if you are loyal to the idea of storytelling, and cut the pretension and stay loyal to that, and then a good story means a balance, means not this or that, means it's not either or. A good story should have grace, right? So if you put those laws into place, then you automatically, and you don't have any agendas.
I think we were quite clear right from the start that for us this is not a versus story, this is an us story.
But that I think is also, correct me if I'm wrong, is a tricky space because as a filmmaker, when you're seeing stories from everyone's perspective, you're empathizing over it and maybe it can glorify the antagonist. Did you feel like that was a sensitive line that you all had to draw?
You're a good journalist. It's a bright question.
Right question.
It's a bright question.
Did you see the first season?
I have seen the Mota Moti.
Mota Moti, that's how.
No, there is that danger. There is that danger, of course it is. But you play with that danger.
Yeah.
And if you are, it depends on, it's kind of unconscious and a little mysterious. But you know, we are who we are, no? So in this sense, if we are making a story about India, then we are not anti-Indian, no? In our bones, we are not.
Yeah.
So how can we do something that will become that? In our
Yeah.
bones, I don't have to, or Samir Nair or Allah have to prove our patriotism, no?
Yeah.
We are. That's why we are here, no?
Hmm.
You know, nobody has. So, I mean, I think what we will do will never be anti-Indian. It cannot be.
Yeah.
It's within our bones. This is who we are, no?
Exactly.
It can't be.
Also,
It doesn't mean that we cannot criticize ourselves sometimes. It doesn't mean that we cannot look at ourselves critically at sometimes. It doesn't mean that we are not self-aware. It doesn't mean that we think that we can make no mistakes. Right? But we cannot be anti.
yeah.
Never. It's not possible.
No, I agree. We all have nuances
No.
in ourselves.
Yeah.
I also want to understand today, I was on set and we were doing an outdoor scene and I saw, first I want to ask Mukesh sir that, you know, when I met Manav off screen, he's very different from obviously his character. There's something very Punjabi about him. He's very jolly and he'll start speaking in Punjabi. To visualize him in the character that he is playing, how did you probably do that? And even the fact that, you know, how difficult does logistics gets for you guys?
I think this is like a 3 years long. During COVID के time we were discussing about this character. I think I was working on a film called Lal Singh Chadda, and I think we were figuring out. I remember we were discussing some other character. We discussed so many names for this part. I remember, and suddenly one day I think we were on a Zoom call. I said, why not we think of this actor called Manav Kaul? Then we started Manav Which. We started searching, and I just worked with him on Lal Singh Chadda. He still is very, very, very good. And because his aura, his voice, his personality, and also Kashmiri, Punjabi are also part of the same belt. You see so many actors who speak Punjabi and Kashmiri also. So that was also like he can look the part, and he also a new actor. He'll also break. He will kill it in this part. I think Sudhir also agreed, and immediately Samir also agreed. He's very, 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 because when you know the actor has seen his work in Urta Punjab, I loved him as an actor. That's why he got Lal Singh Chadda. That's how we thought of this actor, and he's brilliant. And everyone knows now he's more popular for Tanaav actor rather than other films or other shows he did.
Also, the fact that, you know, everyone has their own vision, every mind has their own vision, and because there are, you know, more than one mind in this particular show, how are you all aligning that creative vision?
We democratically elect a captain. In this case, it's him. And then we say that the captain takes the team forward. Obviously, everyone in the team has a say, but then finally somebody's got to decide. And I think so far we've had a pretty good democratic dictatorship. Sudhir told me something the first time when we were working together on Hostages. I have been using that line since for all other meetings and shows and movies that we make. Sudhir told me that now that we've written it, we must reflect upon it. And that's what we do. We write it, then we reflect upon it. We cast it, then we reflect upon it. And then we think about it, and then we discuss it, and then we come to the conclusion that we've done the right thing or not. So I think that's a big learning for all of us. And I think we all follow that to quite a degree.
No, I think that's a exercise in life. Like you make a decision and then you like
that is anyway.
reflect.
And I think Sudhir bhai and Samir bhai both are great leaders, to be very honest, because I've worked with both of them on so many different projects. They're great leaders. They know exactly what they want and how to push people in the right direction. In all departments, not in just casting or writing or maybe setting up the moves for each and every
It cannot
department.
be about me alone, no?
Yeah.
It can't be. I mean, leave alone E, who's the other director. It cannot only be about me and can't be. It's also about Cass, the DOP. It's also about Binti, who's doing the production design. It's also about, it's so, in that sense, a lot of credit accrues to people like me, right?
But
Sometimes rightly, sometimes. But I'm just saying that my work is a reflection of so much, even in cinema otherwise. But in a long form, it's a collaboration.
and also choosing the right people is also
Somebody has to
because
set the mood and the style and the tenor of it.
Right.
and then like he will bring something of his own. No, it's not that. He will and he has to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how will he approve a shot? He'll say, "अच्छा, मैं सोचता हूँ सुधीर भाई approve करेंगे." It can't work. It's not possible.
But
So he has to say okay, and that has to come from within,
Yes.
right?
But-
Otherwise, it can't work. Otherwise, why would you work with a director of his caliber? You can take some associate of mine, right?
that was a great leader. You are a casted, a very good director also.
Lastly, I do have to ask this that जब भी हम season 1 देखते हैं, it's like always good, but when season 2 comes, you go like it's the challenges and it's tricky to match up. How do you make sure? Is there ever a thought in mind that?
No, you do your best. Actually,
Yeah.
what can you do? You do your best,
Yeah.
right? And that's the advantage of applause also. I mean, not just Sameer and I, but the whole applause team, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's doing their best,
Yeah.
right? And you have an environment to do their best, and it's not as if we don't argue,
Yeah.
right? So even that argument is good, no?
Yes.
So that you're arguing for the piece, no, for the work, not, and after all, then it's all up to.
And you know what they
happens,
say,
it's
right?
all up
That
in the air.
because the outcome is eventually you make it and then you release it, and that's when the audience sees it, right? That's the outcome.
Yeah.
So since that outcome is usually 12, 18, 24 months away, I think it's really important to focus on the process and on the journey, right? So the more focused you are on that and more fun you have doing that and the more you're trying to do your very best, then the outcome is an outcome.
Yeah.
The outcome is, all this will lead to a great outcome. It's so far served us well.
And I think it's a responsibility for first season or second or third or fourth. Responsibility is same. Your heart needs to be correct for everything.
Main thing is you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You're in the right rhythm. You're dancing well together.
Right.
Right? So main thing is that dance.
Right.
So that up in the air. जो होगा मंजूर खुदा.
That's why our company's line is, it's not entertainment if there's no applause, which means that it's not about being successful commercially. That is important.
Yeah.
But people must clap. If you don't clap and if you don't applaud, then that is not achievement and it's not entertainment.
No, I have to say it's a very thoughtful name. Once I understood why it was named Applause with the
Because
tagline.
another line is, if it doesn't sell, it's not creative, which we didn't use. It's in a Gilvey line, we didn't use that because this is not about selling and deciding creativity on sales. It is about deciding, creativity on appreciation.
It's very subjective.
Appreciation first.
And so often you will take a chance and applause will take a chance in telling a story that they know will not be very commercial.
Yeah.
But it needs to be told, and maybe for the future, it needs to be told.
Correct.
There are various reasons why you tell a story.
100%.
I think that is the reason Applause is doing so much work, because the decision is their own. They don't have to ask 10 other people in the studio. They have to decide. They can take more risk. That way,
Yeah.
always, they say, okay, ish
Too much risk.
Even the fact that
Much ish.
there aren't commercial stars or people are becoming stars after doing projects at
What happened to
Applause.
Pratik Gandhi after Scam 2? What happened to Gagan after Scam 2? Look at what happened to Manav Vij and other actors you see now. They're doing so well.
Sharman. What a
Sharman
comeback.
Joshi, he had no work. I'm sorry, he's a great guy, great friend. We were looking for work. I'm so surprised. Look at Mona Singh.
Yeah.
She's all over now. I think all because of Applause. कोई तो back करेगा, and I think these days, and as a Applause, as a studio, helping and supporting so many people, जिसको शायद कोई और support नहीं करेगा.
And it's our duty to back talent.
Yeah, we should do that.
To back talent. Not
Not only actors, in the writer, young director, young DOP, for all, you see everyone.
Yes.
so many.
I think Sameer bhai, you're all in that.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you so much
Thank
for
you
this.
so much.
Wish you all the very best for
Thank
season
you so
2.
much.